Picture a typical evening in the 1950s. Dinner dishes have been cleared. Dad is reading the newspaper in his chair. Mom is knitting on the couch. The kids are sitting on the carpet, waiting for their favorite show to come on television. The living room was the center of family life back then. It was where people relaxed, entertained guests, and spent quiet evenings together. And if you stepped into almost any American home during that time, you would probably see many of the same things. Some of them were stylish, some were practical, and a few might seem a little strange today, but together, they painted a picture of everyday life in the 1950s. Today, we're looking at 10 things. Every 1950s living room had that are gone today. 1. The big wooden console TV. Televisions in the 1950s didn't look like the slim screens we hang on walls today. They were massive wooden consoles that looked more like a cabinet than an electronic device. The screen itself was actually pretty small, but the furniture around it was large and carefully designed to match the rest of the living room. Many families treated their television almost like a centerpiece. Every evening, people gathered around it to watch shows like variety programs, westerns, and early sitcoms. It wasn't background noise, it was an event. As televisions became lighter and cheaper in the following decades, these giant cabinets slowly disappeared from homes. 2. Plastic covers on the sofa. If you ever visited a relative's house from this era, you might remember the sound, that squeaky plastic noise when someone sat down on the couch. Many families covered their living room furniture with clear plastic to protect it from spills, stains, and everyday wear. The idea was simple: keep the furniture looking brand new for as long as possible. The downside, of course, was comfort. On a warm day, sitting on plastic furniture wasn't exactly pleasant. Over time, people decided they'd rather enjoy their couches than preserve them forever, and plastic covers slowly faded away. 3. Ashtrays everywhere. It's hard to imagine today, but smoking was extremely common in the 1950s. Because of that, ashtrays were everywhere in the living room. On the coffee table, the side tables, and sometimes even built into furniture. Some were simple glass dishes, while others were decorative pieces made from ceramic or metal. They were designed to match the style of the room. Guests would light cigarettes while chatting, watching television, or enjoying an evening drink. As health concerns about smoking became widely known in later decades, ashtrays gradually disappeared from everyday living spaces. 4. The hi-fi record player console. Music in the 1950s had a special place in the living room. Many homes had a large wooden stereo console with a record player hidden inside. These were called hi-fi systems, and people were proud of them. Families would slide out their favorite vinyl records, place the needle down carefully, and fill the room with music. Whether it was jazz, early rock and roll, or big band tunes, the living room often became a small concert hall. As music technology shrank into portable stereos and later digital devices, these beautiful wooden consoles slowly vanished. Sime lace doilies. Take a close look at photos of living rooms from the 1950s, and you'll notice something delicate almost everywhere. Lace doilies. They were placed under lamps, on coffee tables, and across the backs of chairs. Part decoration and part protection, they helped keep furniture from scratches and dust. Many of them were handmade by mothers or grandmothers, adding a personal touch to the room. But as home design moved towards simpler and more modern styles, doilies gradually disappeared from everyday decor. 6. Glowing fiberglass lamps. Lighting in the 1950s often had a look that felt futuristic for the time. One popular style was the tall floor lamp with a fiberglass shade. These shades often had tiny strands of gold or colorful patterns woven into them. When the lamp turned on, the whole shade seemed to glow. The light was warm and soft, giving the living room a cozy feeling during the evening hours. While some vintage collectors still love them today, these glowing lamps slowly went out of fashion as lighting styles changed. 7. A shelf full of encyclopedias. Before search engines and smartphones, knowledge sat on a bookshelf. Many families owned a full set of encyclopedias displayed proudly in the living room. These thick volumes covered everything from history to science to geography. Kids used them for school projects, and adults often turned to them when curiosity struck. Owning a complete set was seen as both educational and respectable. But once information became available instantly online, the encyclopedia shelf slowly became a relic of another time. 8. Rabbit ear TV antennas. Watching television in the 1950s sometimes required a little patience. On top of many TV sets sat a pair of adjustable metal rods known as rabbit ear antennas. Their job was to help pick up broadcast signals. but getting a clear picture could take some effort. Someone might be asked to stand beside the television, slowly adjusting the antenna while others shouted, "Stop! Right there!" As broadcast technology improved and cable television arrived, these antennas quietly disappeared from living rooms. 9. The company furniture. In many homes, the living room had furniture that wasn't meant for everyday use. This was the company furniture, the nicest couch and chairs in the house, reserved for guests and special occasions. Children were often told not to sit on it, play on it, or even go near it. It stayed neat, clean, and ready for visitors. Over time, families moved toward more relaxed living spaces where furniture was meant to be used every day, not saved for special moments. 10. The conversation setup, one subtle but important feature of many 1950s living rooms, was how the furniture was arranged. Chairs and sofas were usually placed facing each other, often around a coffee table. The layout encouraged conversation. People gathered to talk, share stories, and enjoy each other's company. Even with a television in the room, conversation still played a big role in family life. Today, many living rooms are arranged around large screens instead of around each other. Looking back, the 1950s living room tells us a lot about how people lived. It was a place filled with music, conversation, and quiet evenings with family. From console televisions to lace doilies, each object reflected the style and habits of its time. Many of these things have disappeared, replaced by new technology and new ways of living. But the memories connected to them still feel warm and familiar. If this video brought back a few memories for you, let us know in the comments what you remember most about living rooms from the past. And if you enjoy exploring the history of everyday life, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more nostalgic journeys just like this one.